Setup tour video, take 2. Yeah. Right, so hey guys, what is going on? My name is BBHacks. I had to do that just for Hamza. So this is probably going to be the first video of 2021 that you're seeing from me. Maybe it'll be the last. I don't know, I've not decided yet. But today we're going to be taking a look around my new setup and stuff, because it's a yearly tradition and I don't care if you don't like it. At least I'm putting out content unlike I did last year. So jumping straight into it. As you're walking through the door and closing it, you'll notice I've got a lot of shitty coats and stuff. Don't wear them because I like going out in the cold. To the side of that, I've got 2 of my 8 photos, which I took on the 28th of February before all COVID, so that was fun. Just had a nice little day out to Manchester, and then I got the photos done at Max Spielman and the frames from B&M. I'm not overly impressed with the quality of the photos, but they're okay for bit of artwork, and I just thought I want my own photos because I used to just have like random shit on my walls, and if it's something I've taken, I can look at it and I'm like, oh, I'm so cool and really good at darts.
I'm so good at darts for some reason.
Turning to the side, I've got my drawers with all my clothes in. What else do you put in drawers? On top of it, I've got like a wash bag, some aftershave, some deodorants, my iPhone box, my iPad box, my AirPods box, some pencils, some other stuff, Apple keyboard, Anchor mouse, iMac 2012, which I don't use because I've got no use for it because it's obsolete. I've got 3 computers now and I want to buy another one because I'm smart, but you know. I've got more photos above that as well. I've also got a little phone charging stand which can charge my phone, my watch and my AirPods because it's time convenient, I suppose. Then to the side of that, I also got my bed where all the sexy time goes down with all the females, because that happens all the time. Obviously pre-lockdown, because you're not allowed to socially interact with people, because Boris is a great man. Video coming soon. To the side of that, at the end of the bed, I have my Russell Hobbs fridge. I think it's got so many litres in it. Usually just have Dr. Pepper's in it because favourite drink, if you ever want to buy me anything, Dr. Pepper's. Top of that, well, it's got a big dent on the top of it as well because I had one of my stands fall over yesterday. Top of that, I've got a box with stuff in, like a Skybox and Doritos and stuff, because I'm going to have to make them last because I can't now go down to Tesco and buy bags of Doritos every day because apparently it's not essential. Because Boris is like, yeah mate, you've got the lowest infection rate, so you can, you know, all be bored at home. On the floor in front of that, I've just got like a load of charging stuff for like batteries and that, which is good because then I can just swap into the charger that I need, shove the batteries in, charge them up, and then use them in the things that I need to use. And then I've just got a fan, which I don't use because it's, you know, December. Nowhere else for it to go. On the wall above that, I've got a TV that I never use because it's not my TV, and it's small and it's in a weird place because you can't plug anything into it because it's so high up. But sure, I didn't put it there. And to the side of that, I've also got more photos that I took, again from the same set. Down below that, I have my little camera stand with all my camera gear on, my batteries, lenses, zoom recorders, Allen keys, 600D on my 70D. Underneath it as well, there's like my Zhiyun crane that I never ever use. I think I've used it once. I was supposed to use it for a project, but we never ended up filming it because the people that were organising it are fucking idiots. In my group, obviously, not the people who were supposed to do it. It's also got my old monitors on it because I don't have the heart to throw them away. I was going to sell them, but the person who was supposed to buy them off me never got back in contact with me. Moving back, we have my stands. I bought that again. I've never really used, and they're a lot of money for a bit of metal. Moving round, I have my newer tripod stand, which would normally have my camera on, but because obviously I'm filming the thing with the camera, you can't see the camera. Then obviously I've got my big Godox SL60W with the big newer softbox on, nice and soft. It's just a shame I don't have a grid for this one. I have another softbox, but that one's terrible. Like, it takes about 3 years to build. It's got a honeycomb, but there's no real difference. And this one's a bit smaller as well, and it's easier to compact. So I don't mind that it doesn't have a honeycomb, because at the end of the day, it's not lighting up everything anyway. So and I've got another stand with my microphone contraption. It's a Rode PSA1 with a rapid baby adapter that goes onto the light stand end. Then obviously it comes down to my Rode NTG2, which obviously I'm recording the audio with right now. And then I have that piping into my mixer, or sometimes a Zoom H5, but I'm currently doing it into the mixer. There were like 5 different XLR cables. And on that stand with the microphone on, there is also a clamp that goes to one of my Yong YN360s that's splashing a bit of blue on the background, if you can see that. Yes, the company is actually called Yong. Sounds like a weird yo-yo. Yong. That's racist. Then I've got a light stand with one of the other C-stand head arm on, which then shoots up to another one of the Yong lights with ball head on it, so it's sort of tilted, but you can see it in shot because you can't actually tighten that ball head up, so that's annoying. Then moving down, I've got my chair. It's okay, it's not the comfiest I could do with a new one, but I've not long since got this one, but it does its job. It's better than the previous one I had because it's taller. Then obviously I've got my desk. It's just an IKEA Linmon 150 by 75. It's a new one compared to the one in the last sort of video because that had holes in and shit, so I've just bought a new one from IKEA, which is why I'm not even going to show you the cable management because it's horrendous, but it's better than it was. Then I have one of my M-Audio DBX. Is it D? No, it's DX5 free, I think. M-Audio speaker, I got 2 of them for 150 that are then piped into my Yamaha mixer with XLR cables. They sound okay, they're decent speakers. I'm just not allowed to use them because they're loud. There's a point of a speaker, but you know. They're on little foam stands to isolate it from vibrating the desk, even though that left one still vibrates. But I think there might actually be an issue with it. But to the side of the speaker, there is my MacBook Pro 2015 13-inch, and I don't really use it anymore because I've got no use for it. So yeah, and I still want to upgrade to the 2019 16-inch for some reason because my brain doesn't work. Then in front of that, I've got my wallet, my mask, and my keys because you have to have a mask in 2020 because you can't be one of those that's like, I'm not wearing a mask, it makes me sad. They're on my extended mouse mat, it's just a cheap generic one. Then next to that, I have my Razer Black Widow Lite mechanical keyboard. I wanted that one just because it was cheaper. I physically took all the keys off the other day and actually cleaned behind it because it was a bit grim. Behind that I have the mixing console. It's a Yamaha USB one. I can't remember the model number off the top of my head. And then behind that I have 2 Google Homes, which I've got both of them for free because the one I got for Christmas is downstairs, so it's never get used because it's an older generation. But I've got 2 in pair mode, so then I'm playing music and it like does it left and right. I don't know, they were free. I got one from Spotify and one from Google last year for being a YouTube Premium subscriber. Oh, I could have got another one free this year, couldn't I, if I'd have stayed with that, but Spotify's better anyway. Then I have my monitor arm, which goes up to my Samsung monitor, which I got on Black Friday for 200 and something. It's 4K, but the colours on it aren't the greatest. So then I use, for when I'm colour grading my footage, I will use my iPad as a reference using Chrome Remote Desktop just because that's more accurate. Most people will be watching this sort of content on their phone. So if I grade it to iPhone and iPad, then fine. Then I have my new mouse, which is a Logitech MX Master 3. I got it from Amazon Warehouse Deals. It was like 88 quid. And it was practically brand new. So I had myself 12 quid. I can't complain. And like when I say it was practically brand new, it hadn't been opened. The tape was still on the thing. So then I have my brand new computer from PC Specialist. It's an amazing computer. It's got a Intel Core i7 1070K processor because that was the latest one at the time. Asus Gamer Z40 motherboard, which when I looked at the price...
A gamer is a person who plays interactive games, especially video games, tabletop role-playing games, skill-based art games, who plays for usually long periods of time.
Nice one. Siri, appreciate that. It's got an Asus gamer motherboard, Z40 I think. Then a AMD RT. No, it's a AMD Radeon 5700 XT. I should probably have gone with Nvidia, but they're apparently worse graphics cards. It handles 4K editing okay. If I'd have done it on my MacBook, which I forgot to mention, I've got obviously next to that. Obviously, if I did that on my MacBook, it'd have probably set on fire. And if I'd tried it on the iMac, it'd definitely blown up. And if I'd have done it on my Toshiba laptop that I don't even have anymore, then it would have set on fire. It'd have burnt the entire street down.
Right, so hey guys, what's going on? My name is shhhhh, and welcome to a updated review of the Toshiba Satellite C50P-14D laptop.
It struggled 1080p, that laptop. 1080p it struggled with. This is 4K raw video. It's a decent computer. The only problem I have with it is the network thing, because I think the actual network card in it's either gone or my Wi-Fi is shit. Bit of both, I think, because the Wi-Fi works on the rest of the devices, but not my computer. But then it'll work sometimes, but not all the time, which is a little bit annoying. And then next to that, I have my second M-Audio speaker, and on top of that, I have my Aerodynamic DT770 Pros, which I use most of the time. I'll give them a wash the other day because they've started to go a bit green, but they're still a bit green, but they were clean, so yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it. If you did enjoy, if you see anything you want, I'm not going to leave a link in the description because fuck it. I've told you what everything is. Also, there's RGB strips around the thing that I need to replace because them ones are just cheap generic ones. I want to get some RGBW ones because then they can do white, which is what you're supposed to do when you're editing. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to let me know by leaving a big fat like on it. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Ben, and I will see you in the next video, because you will subscribe, because 99% of you watching this video are not subscribed, and that makes me really sad.